Oliver, we're starting to have him sleep in his crate and his
Oh,
thing because he's kind of getting used to it because he goes to the daycare, right?
yeah,
And like he's been staying there like boarding.
yeah.
And so last time I'm telling you, I don't know if I told you, last time we were here just laying on the couch watching TV, right? And he all of a sudden like wants to go into his crate, into his cage or whatever the fuck they call them.
Yeah.
And it's a cage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So Matilda has a smaller one, obviously, because she's tinier. So he's like trying to get into Matilda's because his was closed. So Matilda had it
Oh,
open, and he's trying to fit into Matilda's, but he's so big
and he don't
that
fit.
yeah, he couldn't fit. So then I opened his, and he just went inside and just like
Lay
laid
down.
there, and he was all like chilling, and I'm like, fuck yeah, like he's
Like hell yeah,
learning.
he's learning.
So now we're like, okay, well, I just don't want him on the bed anymore. I don't want them on the
Yeah.
bed because they had fleas,
Oh,
and I don't want them on the bed.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck that, no. And so he's sleeping in his crate now. Like we put him in there, and he'll stay there the whole night. Matilda, she
She's still not,
won't, dude. Like honestly, like I put her there
and she
just
won't.
like during the day when we're watching TV or whatever. She's like, like all
Yeah.
night for hours at a time, and I was asleep. And I remember like Monchis was here, and he's like, "No, let her, stay there, because then she's gonna think that she can do that, and
And
we're
then
gonna
you're
be
gonna
like."
get her out. Yeah.
But she wouldn't shut up, dude. Like honestly, she was doing it for like a few hours, just like she wouldn't shut up. So eventually, we ended up taking
Damn. It's
her
gonna be
out,
hard.
for
It's gonna be
Matilda,
hard.
yeah. So, anyways, that was my story. Hey,
Pobrecita.
so right now she's here with me because
She
she
can't
won't let
be.
she won't let him sleep, you know. And
Yeah.
Oliver will go into his crate and he'll be fine.
Well, yeah, because he's going to school though. That's why.
Yeah. So
Hopefully, she'll learn from him though. It'll probably take time.
she's an older dog. She's like, fuck no.
She's like,
They
"Fuck this!
do
I'm already.
they
I'm an outlaw."
they do what I tell them to do.
Or I'll just get all
Anyways,
day.
so what happened with the hiking? I cannot do hiking. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I used to go, so it's like not something new that I do, but I don't know if you've ever gone to McAllican Canyon
Yes, I was
where you
dying
drive
there.
up and
I
then
was
you go to the little chair. I mean, there's little tables, right? And then you hike up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that street was closed when we show up on Sunday, and we're like, oh, it's early in the morning. Like we got there pretty early. So we're
Yeah.
like, we'll walk it and then we'll hike. And then we went with my brother, my little brother, his boyfriend, and my niece Monique.
Mhm.
So then, yeah, we walked 3 miles, dude. And then we hike up to the first cave, which is a mile up.
Yeah.
And we were fine and we are going to leave because my brother's boyfriend had to work. Well,
Mhm.
we ended up convincing him to call in. So we're like, let's
Oh,
go to the
don't you just
second
fucking hate
cave.
that? It always happens.
And yeah, so like we went to the second cave, which was another mile up. And then I was already dead, like tired. We are tired because we had walked the 3 miles up to the mountain. So
Yeah.
we're going down, dude. And then, dude, we were there for 7 hours. We were like stuck,
What?
like because we had to walk back like 2 miles down, then
Yeah.
3 more miles. Dude, we walked a
So
total of 10 miles, dude.
they have caves. They have like the first one, the second, the
Yeah. And
third,
the
the top
second,
one,
there's
or
only
whatever.
two.
Or
Yeah.
I don't know. But I remember when I went, I was living in El Paso, obviously, and I had gone with these. I was already in my 30s. I'm not a fucking, I don't go to the gym, so I'm not
Me
like super
either.
active or anything. So out of shape. And these 20 something year old coworkers are like, oh, we're going to go hiking, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they invited me, and I'm like, no, no. And I was like, fuck it, let's go. I ended up going, and I was already dying on the first cave, like going up. I was
Yeah.
dying, like literally, like blacking out. Like I sat down and I called Montrese and I told him you should come for me because I don't want to do this. He's all like, "Babe, you have to just do it. Just do it. You'll be fine. You know,
Yeah, it's tiring,
you'll get
but
through it, and like going down will be a lot easier." Blah blah blah.
no,
And
it's
I was like
not.
literally like dying. Like honestly, I wanted to puke. I was blacking out. Like literally, like I felt like I was gonna
It's because you
faint.
need water, a lot of water.
Yeah, I had water. Like I had one of those pouches thingies because he's like Munchies has gear for everything. It's so
Yeah.
funny. He like has fucking snow boots. I'm like, when the fuck did you go snowboarding? Like
And he's like, well, I
he's
don't know,
not.
but I have
Oh
it.
my friends like they would go snowboarding, and I'm like, how many times did you end up using them? Once or twice. Oh, no, he would be like, "Oh, I did. I used them a lot or whatever." And then he had like a bike at one point, and then he had like, so he has like different shit. So he
Yeah.
had this like backpack with like this thing, like a pouch where you put water in it, and then like it comes out with
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah. And you
straw
could just drink
thing,
it.
and you're just drinking. Well, I had it
Yeah.
in my mouth the whole fucking time because I was just like drinking water because I thought I was gonna die. Um,
Dude, I swear.
I made it though to the top. I ended up making it
Hmm.
to the top. I even have like footage of us like I'm like I made it or whatever, right? And then coming down, it was like a lot easier. But
It wasn't for us.
oh my god.
It was like at another level, dude. Like I've gone before, like I said, but it was too much. Dude, I was sore until, well, I'm still sore, but not as bad as I was like for the past week. Like, fuck, dude, I regretted it. But I ended up going in again on
Was that
Thursday. But we
yeah.
went to another side, which was a lot better. It was pretty cool though. But yeah,
Well,
I
maybe
thought I
we
was
went
gonna
to a
die.
different side. I don't know. The one that we went to is like the entrance.
Yeah, it's because that's
I think.
the McCallican Canyon, and then we went to the one that's over there by the outlet malls. It's still the Franklin Mountains,
Oh,
but it's going through this side, and there's a lot more stuff to do there, dude. I
oh
was like, what?
no, we went to by where I used to live by Central.
Yeah, that's where I went to the McCallican
Yeah,
Canyon one.
yeah,
Yeah, and then that there's two caves, and they have it all tagged. The first one,
yeah. And then
yeah,
yeah.
that was the one I
So
used to go to a lot, but this time it was too much. 10 fucking miles, dude.
that's insane.
Yeah, I was, and then, dude, oh my god, like I don't know if I told you I get sick a lot in the sun. Like I get sick and I want to faint and pass out.
Well,
That's what
that's
happens to me. And dude, I was like, I felt sick, dude, and I told my brother. My brother's like, "Don't tell me you're getting sick," and I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh my god!" And then he's like, "And then I was just gonna say we're going through the wrong path." And I was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Where's the right path?" And I was so fucked up that I couldn't think. And I look up like that, dude, and like it's literally like size of like my where my wall is, dude. Like it was high. And he's like, "It's supposed to. We're supposed to be up there." And I was like, "How the fuck are we gonna get up there?" He's like, "Let's just climb it here." And I was like, "I don't know if I can do it."
you're
Like I
like, I'm
was
sorry.
dying.
Do you have any gear for that shit?
I
Because
was
I
like,
am
"What are
not
we gonna
gonna about
do?"
to fucking look for little fucking
I did it,
rocks.
dude. I did it. I was fucking gone. And I was like, I just want to get the. He's like, "Do you want to wait?" And I was like, "No, I just want to get to the car now, like now." And dude,
Someone bring
no,
the card to me right now because I am
there was
not
no
walking another
cars,
step.
dude. There was no cars going up there because it was blocked.
Mhm.
So, dude, yeah. So that was my Sunday. It was horrible, but
At least you're active, dude. I have not been active in forever, and I feel so like bad for my body. Because my body's probably like craving,
nah.
hey, bitch,
Let's go for a
do
run.
something.
Look it
Do
outside.
something. Look at how pretty it is outside. And I'm like, no,
Don't do it. Don't
outside,
do it.
outside is bad. Bad outside.
He goes outside. You're gonna be like that boy from the bench warmers when he's scared of the sun.
Oh no.
Have you seen it?
Never seen
he,
it.
he hides in the closet and he's like, ah. He's
Bright
always freaked
light,
out of the
bright
sun.
light.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So, what were you can tell me?
Oh yeah. So today I went to work and I
Yay!
didn't want to go to work, but oh, because I called in. What was it on? 2 days ago, I think,
You
on
didn't want to
Monday.
go to work?
No. Well, anyways, I quit my job today.
What?
Yeah. I did. I quit my
Crystal.
job. I
It's good
didn't.
news. You're like, you're gonna love the
It's good
news.
news, dude. I
I
was
have
so
more time
excited.
now.
Like, no, it wasn't. It's just not for me, dude. Like, I wasn't happy there at all. Like, I'm never a person to call in to any jobs, and I feel
For
guilty when I
reals.
do.
That is
But this job,
true.
dude, even my brother told me, he's like, hey, how come you're not acting like the other times? Like when you left early one time from HGS, that was at
You're
the end
like,
too already. He's like, all day you kept saying, like, I can't believe I called into work. Like I just felt like
guilty.
guilty
Yeah.
because I liked my job, you know?
Yeah.
But here, dude, I couldn't, dude. I've been slacking it.
Now
I've
you
called in three
understand
times.
me. Now
And I
you
was even like,
understand me,
yeah. And
where
I was
I'm
like,
like,
I started working here because of the money, first of all,
yeah.
because I don't like being on the phones. But
Yeah.
then when you stop fucking with my money and I think I'm
Oh,
gonna
they
get paid,
started
and then I
fucking with
told
your
my friend too,
money.
my best friend just fucking told me too that she quit because they weren't paying her right. I'm like, it's fucking bullshit. And
It
like
is
today I had a
because,
coaching and
yeah.
my boss was being an asshole, like, oh, that I called in and that because one time I was in outbound for 3 hours wait, no mames. And I was like, no,
You
I was like,
would not. Okay,
I
first
was
of all,
like,
they
that
don't
is
even let you
bullshit.
be an outbound. And if you guys have not been in a call center environment, outbound is like usually like
When you're
when
calling
you
out,
put, yeah, when you're calling out, you're like, oh, I'm gonna call out. So you put it like that, but apparently she wasn't calling out and she just had it like for 3 hours, which is stupid
it's stupid.
because
That's what I
they'll
told. I was
let you
like, there
know
is
right
no
away.
way that and through that I was gonna be an album doing nothing for 3 hours. Like, there's no fucking way. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I use outbound, like I do, and I'm like, and I was making an outbound call, you know.
Yeah.
And then they were like, so they were just like basically bitching, and I was like, you know what, I can't do this. I
You
was like,
told
this
them.
isn't a job for me. I'm sorry to say this. And then we had a meeting with HR, and I'm like, I don't want to work here. Like it's stressful for me. I don't like it. I'm like, I was staying here for the money. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but then you guys are not even paying us our money that you guys, I'm like, I started with like $3,000 and now it's like 50% less.
Hmm.
Like, how the fuck do you do that? Like,
How
why
does
you
that
telling me I'm
even?
gonna make 3,000 and then I'm making 1,500? Like, that's bullshit. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
sell that little. And they're like, well, yeah, but we're gonna talk to you about because you're call avoiding and blah. And I'm like, I'm the one that takes the most calls in our team.
How am I call
Like,
avoid?
how am I call avoiding and how am I making them get my calls? Like, it's
Yeah.
stupid. Like, every day I'm the one that takes the most call. Everybody's like 10 calls, 8 PSUs. Dude, those
Uh-huh.
people are the ones that you should be looking at. 10 calls
I
in
will
eight
because they're
hours
trying. Yeah,
on
that's
my bitch, and
so.
I make like 35, 30 fucking calls a fucking
That's how much
day.
you're supposed to be taking.
And
30
my
something
bitch, like,
calls.
don't tell me shit. Dude, and I just blew up. Like, I was just like, nah, I quit. Like, and he's like, what do you mean you want to give your 2 week notice? I'm like, no, I'm leaving.
We're
I'm
like, no,
quitting.
bitch, you don't
I'm taking your
deserve.
shit
You do
tomorrow.
not
Like,
deserve my 2 weeks notice. I'm
oh no,
out,
dude.
bitch.
I was like,
You
fuck
pulled a
that.
me, Crystal.
Mm-hmm. I quit. I told
Completely.
him, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it, dude. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna take a week off and then look.
Yeah, fuck it.
Because to have
You'll
another
find
check
something
coming.
better. You'll find something
I
that'll
will.
suit you, like something that'll
And
that
I'm
you'll
not
be
worried, dude.
happy.
Like, I'm not even sad about it. Like, honestly, I'm happy about it. Like,
Well,
I
yes,
wasn't
because if
happy,
you
dude.
weren't happy, and I tell you, like that, those types of jobs, and I've always had, that's what I always would get. Like it
Mhm.
wasn't always sales, but it was like, oh, technical support or, whatever, or like finance or whatever. But it was always like incoming calls, and it's like it takes a toll on you, like taking calls every single day of people
Mhm.
bitching and fucking like you're the one calling me. Like you're the one that's needing my help. I'm here to help you. And if I'm trying to sell you something, that's because I'm trying to do my job. You fucking
Exactly.
call. They fucking go to a store. Why the fuck do you call and expect me not to do my job? Oh, you're trying to sell me
Yeah.
something? Oh no, I don't want any of that. Or like, oh, they'll stop you in the middle and you're like, no, no, no. I need to finish what I'm doing, what I'm trying to
Yeah, like, this
do
is what
because
I'm
I'm trying to
supposed to
do my
do.
job, like then don't
Yeah.
fucking call.
And, like, I get it, dude. Like, I don't mind taking calls because I've been in other call centers,
Mhm.
and it hasn't been like this, and I just don't like
It's
fucking
pressure.
it's pressure like already as it is.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to sell and everything. And then even the fact like today I had a call where like, oh, and that's how we started talking to me and my boss.
Yeah.
Cause he's all like, oh, let's listen to this call. And the guy wanted cable. And he told me specifically, I don't have internet. I don't want internet. I don't want anything else. I just want cable. He's
Mhm.
like, I want cable. He's like, I don't use internet or anything. I just watch TV. So I couldn't even find his address, but I was still looking for it and blah blah. And then
Yeah.
he was asking me for the cheapest package. So I was telling him about the select package and blah blah blah. And then I finally called serviceability. They gave me the address and we found it, whatever.
Mhm.
And then he's all like, how come you didn't do discovery? And then I was like, what do you mean? You want me to ask him, oh, hey, how do you use your cable? And then he's all like, well, no, but, and then because you're supposed to ask when they want internet, how do you use your internet? Then you go off from that, like, oh, well, I
Yeah.
could offer you TV since you do streaming and, you
Yeah.
know, a phone line because you have kids and blah, 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 and
Yeah.
etc. But I was like, he's telling me that he doesn't use the internet, you know, and blah, blah, blah. And then he still didn't want to take the TV because it was $70. Like, it's expensive, you know? He
Yeah.
said no. And then he was like, well, you should have done. And I was like, nah, nah, nah. Like, I was tired, dude, of it. Like, I'm
It's
tired
because
of the
it is
job.
like, I mean, I do understand that. Like,
And I get it too.
like what you're supposed to do, you just kind of like do it, and you don't even give a fuck about like what they want because you're just doing your job, you know. So you're supposed
Hmm.
to hit those notes, you know, like, oh yeah, they call. Oh, I just want fucking cable. Oh, okay, I don't care. I don't care, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna help you. I'll eventually get you what you want, but I need to try to
You need to
upsell
try and
you.
upsell it. Yeah. And
You
I
know,
was
so
just like,
it's like,
no.
yeah, you're
Like,
just
I'm like, he
pretty
didn't want
much
it
like, nah.
anyways.
Yeah, so I get the fact that they're probably telling you like, oh, well, you're not upselling. Like, you're not even trying to
And it's not even that, dude, because I
upsell. You know,
had
like,
sales. Like,
yeah,
and I told him, look, when I was doing everything that I was supposed to, I wasn't selling shit. I was getting people to
yeah,
hang up on me. I wasn't even getting one PS just because you told me to start with a triple. I'm like, then I
yeah.
go down to the double. And then at that point, they hang up. And I'm like, and I didn't even walk out with that single because you pushed me to it. So, like,
Hmm.
yeah, so I would do it in the beginning, but it wasn't getting me any sales. So then, whatever, like, I was like, this fucking, like, to me, it's just about luck. If they're going to buy it, they're going to buy it. You're
Yeah,
going
if
to
they're
offer
there
it
to
one
buy
time.
you,
You don't have to beg them to for it. They're going to take it if they want it,
yeah,
period. And I was just like,
yeah.
done with it. Like, I don't care, dude. That's not a job for me. I'm not good at it. I don't care.
And the thing is, like, you probably work good at it. It's just like it's not the thing
I
that
didn't
you.
care. Dude,
Yeah,
like, I
and I,
just seriously didn't give a fuck anymore.
yeah,
Like, honestly, dude, I was just like, I don't care, dude. Like, I was waiting for them to fire me, like, honestly. But
yeah,
no, that didn't happen. And I had enough today and I said I quit. Like, fuck it.
yeah. No, I get it. I
I
get
was
it.
like,
I
I was
mean,
like,
it took me a while too. Like, and I mean, I like the fucking money because it's good money, you know?
and that's what I said. Yeah, like, I like the
It's,
money, but now when they're not gonna, oh, because we started having issues too about that. Do you remember I told you, like, everybody was like, why the fuck is our money going down? Like, nobody knows.
yeah,
They never even explained to us how fucking commission works, what you need to do to meet for incentives, nothing
hmm,
like that. So everybody's confused, and I'm like, this is why I was here for the
yeah.
money, and you're not even giving me my money. So why the fuck am I here?
That's what pissed me off too.
And I was like, I'm
I
gonna
was
tell
like,
her.
I am not gonna, and I'm telling you, I was like a top performer on mine, and it's fucking sucked because I'm like, I'm doing what you're, you know, I'm hitting everything you want me to do. I'm fucking offering everything. I'm trying, I get you fucking, like, I'll get you a triple plus a fucking mobile or two on a fucking call and shit, and I still don't get paid
The money
what
that
I'm
you're
supposed to be
supposed
getting
to,
paid, and then I hear other people not doing as good as I'm doing, but they're doing their
but they're getting
tranzas.
double of what you're doing,
Están
and
haciendo sus tranzas and they're getting their shit, their money, and they know how to fucking do that. And I'm not about to fucking do that or steal
yeah,
anybody's sales just to get paid. But at the same time, I'm like, it's not fair. It's not
it's not
fair that I'm doing my job and you guys are not paying what I'm supposed to be getting
true.
paid. So it pissed me off. I was like, fuck this. I'm not gonna fucking stay somewhere where I'm not appreciated.
Yeah,
Where
and they don't
yeah.
care, dude, if you quit or not. That's why I was
They
like,
don't.
no,
That's why I've always told you. This is my
like we're all
fucking
replaceable.
thing. We're all fucking replaced. We're all just a number.
Mm-hmm.
We're all replaceable. They don't give a fuck if you die. They'll fucking replace you. Oh, I'm sorry,
That's true.
whatever. She was a great person. Bye. Like or
All
whatever.
right, let's go ahead and get some more hires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to fill it, fill in her spot or whatever. But
It's
that's how
whatever,
it
you know.
is. It fucking sucks, dude.
Dude, it's gonna suck for them for reals because that was a badass mobile. Like they even what did they call me? Fucking
The mobilator.
no,
The
they had a nickname for me, mobile threat or something like that.
Hey,
And I was like, oh, cool, you know, like because I
way.
was always selling. I think the most like because from our team, like I'm the one that sold the most mobiles in one day.
How
And I was
many?
like, what the fuck? Like, you know, you're
How
still
many
giving me
mobiles
shit.
did you sell, bitch?
But well, I sold 6 mobiles a day, and then it was gonna be
That's
counted for
good.
7, but I don't know if they counted that last one. I'm not sure
That's
because it was two
good.
different transactions. Like he was like, "Oh, I want a mobile." I sold it to him, and
Mm.
then he was like, "You know what? Let's just go ahead and do another one." So I don't know if it counted as 7 or 6, but I was pretty excited. And
Were they doing like just one account number? Would count
yeah, it was the
as
same account number.
You have proved that you fight well. Now you can join us.
Keep cups sweats. Wake up, check your phone. Ignore the alarm. You're still alone. Wake up, rewind the night. Who are you? But also kind of who am I? Wake up, check your phone. Pre-party for the
Hello,
populace.
everyone, and welcome back to another episode of F and Adulting with Crystal and
Crystal and
Lorena.
Lorena.
Yay!
Yay.
And we have a great show today. What are we talking about? We're talking about everything. I'm just kidding. I don't know what we're
Everything.
talking
Yeah.
about. I don't know what
It's
we're talking
fall.
about. It's fall, and we're just happy to get to an episode because it's been a while.
It has been a while.
We've taken quite a lot of vacation.
We have. It's
um,
been tough.
it's been yeah, like we're just doing our thing, and sometimes we get to record, sometimes we don't. And today we happen to be able to record, and I'm just happy it's fall. So our episode's pretty much just going to be updating you on what we've been doing. Some little stories here and there that we've been looking at and that we want to bring up. But you were going to tell me something?
Well, I was gonna ask you about that the show that everybody's talking about.
The show that everybody's talking about. What are you talking about?
And I'm pretty
The
excited because
Squid Games.
I've
You
only
know,
seen 2 shows
no, then we
that I've
can't talk
literally
about it,
finished
Crystal.
and that was one of them, Squid Game.
Squid Game. So did you see the whole? Did you binge watch
Yeah,
it?
I watched it
Oh, I
all
thought
in one
you had
night.
only seen like two
No,
episodes.
this
So I
is
was
the
like, oh god,
no, these are the 2 shows. It was Breaking Bad, the one show that I finished, and
yeah,
this one. Like I have never finished anything else.
really?
Yeah, like I have to be really, really enthused with it.
Hmm.
Because I get anxiety, dude, watching it. Like, oh, and
You get
it was a
anxiety
lot.
watching what? Just
Like any show, like I get anxiety.
because you
Like,
get
what's gonna happen next?
antsy,
Or come on,
yeah.
hurry up! Yeah, so I'll end up fast forwarding it or just ignoring it.
At the end, you're just
But
watching the end of it. Oh, okay, I get it.
oh, all right, cool, cool,
Oh,
cool.
so that's how it ends. Oh, okay.
All right, next.
Good thing I didn't watch the whole thing.
You haven't watched
um,
the whole thing?
no, I binge watched that one.
It
Watch
was
it
good,
tonight. It was so
huh?
good.
It was so good.
It was funny because we were in El Paso. When was it? Last week?
Yeah,
Last
it was
week. So
last
we got
week.
to see each other.
Yeah, we
It would
did.
have been awesome to like record and stuff, but it's like insane. Every time we go to El Paso, we only have that one week and we're just like everywhere,
Trying to meet with everyone that,
Yeah,
yeah,
trying
that,
to
like your
see family
sister.
members and friends and like. So it was a good visit because we got to see you and your mom. We had
Yeah,
lunch with
yay.
my
It was
aunt
really
and
nice. I
yeah,
had a
and
good time.
Mochis and us too. Your
It was
mom's a
really cool.
sweetheart, dude. I
Your
love
mom's a sweetheart.
her. Yeah,
I was like,
she was a
oh, she's
cutie.
so cute.
So yeah, we had lunch and Mochi started watching it. there at my brother's, right?
Oh, so he got all
So
hooked.
he got super hooked and he started watching it and just like kept watching it without me, which fucking sucks because I'm like, hey, that's like, I want to watch something with you. And he just
So stop
completely
it.
like, but he's really bad at like, oh, I'll just watch one episode and then he'll just
Well,
fucking keep
yeah, because you
watching
get
it.
addicted.
And so he ended up watching the whole thing. And now we're like, fuck. So I got here back. We came back and then I watched the whole thing with him. I think he only had the last episode that he
To
didn't
do.
watch. So he was watching it, like rewatching it with me. And oh my God, it was so good.
Dude, it was good.
It was really good.
There's gonna be a season 2, and I'm not gonna watch it
There
because I'm
is going
gonna
to be a
hate it.
season two.
I'm gonna hate it.
Why?
Because it's like, why can't it finish? And like that show, that the teacher. Oh, that's another one. The
Oh,
the
the
teacher one. That's another
teacher.
show I watched that was really
Oh,
good.
that's true.
Yeah, and that one was pretty simple, and it stopped where it had to, and it was perfect.
I was just like, okay, it's not gonna
Like
leave.
there,
Well,
it is
I
what it
think
is.
because there's no like story after that. Like, what the fuck? Is she
Well,
gonna sleep
yeah,
with the
but
other
still.
fucking students or what? What
Well,
the
yeah, that's what I'm
fuck?
saying. Like, but it was like short and simple.
The Squid Game director or writer or whatever had written this back in 2008 or something like that, or 2000. I'm not even sure. Um, I saw it and I fucking reposted it, but I don't know. Like I put it on my stories, but you know how they
Yeah,
go away,
they
so
go away.
I can't search it anymore. But it said something about him like writing it and he got rejected like multiple times until they picked
Why?
it up and it's like
They
so
should
good.
have
So it tells you like don't ever fucking give up on
give
your,
up.
because
Yeah.
it's like it's so good. And
Like,
you're like,
how
how
can
the
you reject
fuck?
something? It was so good.
But it wasn't its time. I guess it wasn't like the time for it.
I guess so. That makes sense.
It's insane though, because
It
you're
was
like, what
really
the
good.
fuck? And then I started thinking, like, people were asking, like, what would be a cool game, like a good children's game that you remember from your childhood?
You know which
That
one?
would be like,
The one where the jumping one.
oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? That one was one of the ones that we had, and that one was
I don't
good.
know if you
Also,
remember what,
roll over, calling someone over.
but then what
And
would be like the thing though? You know how everything has like, if you don't do something, they die.
well, if you don't cross it, then you die. Obviously, they'll shoot you if you don't cross, right, the bridge. They
The
shoot
one where
you.
they hold like that, and then
Yeah, like they're
they
holding
shoot
each other.
you.
And we could also do the pull the rope one too, because we used to do that as
Oh, we
kids.
used to do that.
Or we could also do jump rope, and if you fall and trip, you're out, you're dead. Or they could use like some fucking
Dude,
kind
which one
of
was your
like
favorite one?
the one that was most like, I wait, like I think it was the glass one.
That was Monchi's
Dude,
favorite one.
that shit was so intense. Like,
And
there's
then
no way.
the guy, the old man that was able to tell. I'm sorry if you guys have not watched it. Sorry, these are like super. We're just giving you everything, but so close your ears. I
Close them.
do not listen to this portion of the podcast. Um. So yeah, like the guy that would tell because he was a glass
Yeah,
whatever
manufacturer.
expert or whatever. And then they fucking turn off the lights on him, and I'm like, fucking
Gross.
assholes. They're like, we
They're like,
have to
this guy
make it
knows.
interesting. This
I
motherfucker
know.
knows. Oh
It was crazy,
god.
dude. Like, honestly, I don't think I would like how I don't know. That was like worse, dude. Like, I always think I put myself in every situation. And I'm like, okay, the first one I would have been able to do, like the green light, red light. I'm sure I would have been okay.
Yeah.
I would have been freaked out, but I'm sure I would have made it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know why I put myself in the situations. You know what I mean? But the glass one is like a big no no.
Like, how the fuck are you supposed to know? It's just like luck,
Exactly.
you
It's
know?
like,
But it sucked because like everybody that was in front of you, like they just keep dying and dying. You're like, fuck,
Yeah.
I'm next. So like,
You're
what the fuck?
exactly. So that
You
guy's lucky
know?
that he got 16.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it
at
was
least,
well, yeah, it was either or. He was kind of lucky and not lucky, but it was just crazy,
well,
dude. And
no, he would have been lucky because,
well, yeah, but what if the time would have run out?
oh, that's true.
They have 5 minutes. He would have been screwed and he wouldn't have made it. But it was pretty
That's true.
intense.
That was pretty intense. Mine was like the sad one, dude. It
Which
wasn't
one
my
was it?
favorite, but it was like the one that
One where
impacted
they
me the
paired?
most. The one where they pick their partner, and
And
then
then
it's like
yeah,
either or, like one of them has to die.
that guy was an asshole, dude.
I
I'm
thought,
glad
oh
they
my god,
killed
I
that
was like,
fool.
that's fucking,
He's a
that's fucked
dick.
up.
Like I get it though. Like I get you're trying
Like
to
you
make your
lost,
money,
bitch. You
but not like
lost.
that.
Like
Like,
fucking take it like a man, dude. Like you fucking lost, and
and
you
that's
know,
it.
and that
Well,
other guy was
viejito,
so
dude.
nice. El
Why would I
viejito,
feel bad for that cute little man? And then at the end, I was like,
he
"Fuck
was
you,
so
bastard,
cute.
rich
Yeah,
ass dick." Like, but it's
yeah.
crazy though because he put himself in all the
He
situations where
could
he
have
would have
died,
died,
but the thing is that he
especially
was
in the
already
rope one.
dying. Rich people and their
And
fucking
I think it's
money.
true, dude. He makes a good point when he says that rich people get bored because they have so much money and they don't know what to do with it anymore.
Well, they
And
don't.
that's why they invented these stupid games. And dude, do you honestly think there ain't any games like that around the world?
I'm pretty sure, dude.
Like honestly, I'm
We're
sure there's
playing
some
one right
idiot already
now.
made something like that.
Well, it's like that fucking what is it called?
Hunger Games.
No, that other well, Hunger Games is kind of like that, but not really. Hostel is like that too.
There's
Where
another
they
one too where this
where
girl
they fucking
they
kids,
do games also, but they
yeah,
torture
like
each
that,
other.
like that. Hostel,
Yeah. It's called something weird.
where they go and grab them and they take them and
Or they're all like, who do would you rather stab yourself or the person next to you? And
oh
you have
no,
to
I
make a
haven't.
choice. And then there's this bitch also in that movie, dude, where they're all like, would you rather stab your own leg or the lady next to you, dude? And she was in a wheelchair, an older lady,
He's
and
like,
she stabbed her, dude. She's
not
like,
even
what? She
thinking
can't walk
twice.
already. You know
Oh,
what I
you
mean?
stabbed her on the legs.
Yeah. She's like, she can't
Oh,
walk anyways.
she can't feel
You
it.
know what I mean? Well, she did feel it. I don't know, but
Oh
it
yeah.
was. I was like, is she
um,
faking? I don't know, but
you
it had a
fucking
fucked up
liar.
ending. Also,
I don't know, but I enjoyed it a lot. It was
it was really good.
insane. I was like, oh my god, what childhood game would be like cool? You know, to be like, what? The one with the little fucking sugar things.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh, that's fucking intense.
Dude, and then that guy's an asshole since the beginning. I don't know how that guy never knew not to trust him. Cause he told him
He knew. He
he knew,
knew.
yeah, he knew it. And that's I was like, bitch, like why would you let him pick it? If he was really your friend, you would have told him get the star or something.
Like because he was fucking competing, competition,
Well,
takes the
yeah, but
worst,
it's
takes
like
the
me and you.
worst in
If we were to
us.
see each other in that place, dude,
And they were
like
friends,
I
dude.
would have had your back even if we're the last and we were the last two. And I'd be like, well, we gotta make a fucking
I
either
would
we
have been
both
like that
win
guy at the end,
or
so I give up or whatever, if and they had a rule where if both of them would give up or whatever, they had
yeah.
to end it. Yeah. I mean, we wouldn't get
And
the
all that
money,
was
but
for nothing also, you know
you
what I
know,
mean? But I still wouldn't have fucked you over like that. You know what I mean? Like there's
I think that's why he killed
it's
himself
fucked
because
up.
he felt like shit. Because he
Well,
did so
yeah.
like I feel like he wasn't that type of person, but that game turned him into that. So he felt guilty at
Hmm.
the end and he's like, fuck, like
Like stab my neck.
yeah, like I want you to win. Yeah. You know what I mean? But sorry for all the what are they called?
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Watch it. It's really good.
It's really good.
Did you hear about the California spills? The oil spill?
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's insane.
It is insane,
It's
dude.
insane because they're talking, they're reporting from the fucking, like the area, the beach, and all that, and there's still people there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
There was a fucking surfer lady, well, surfer. She's surfing, and there's still oil around, and she just doesn't give a fuck. And
What?
I'm
That's
like, why
crazy.
would
Everybody's out in
anybody?
oil.
I
Hmm.
know. So yeah, if you haven't heard, Long Beach, California, uh, some oil from California spills breaks up in ocean currents. So it's breaking up now. It's not even
Yeah.
staying, which is obvious, but it sucks because it's gonna make it harder for you to like contain it, because now it's
Yeah, like clean it
breaking.
out.
Yeah, it sucks. So apparently they're saying that it was like what is it, a pipeline? No, what is it called? An anchor that hit a pipeline that must have.
Oh, that
But
makes
the thing is
sense.
that they're saying that they didn't call it in on time, that they waited.
So it
So
spilled
now
out.
it's more like, yeah, like they can get in trouble
Well,
because there's a
see?
certain time frame that you're like, okay, well, because
Well,
it's
yeah,
stuck.
you're not gonna like fucking explode a fucking oil fucking line and then not fucking say anything about it till later.
So this is coming from NPR. I was reading this. It says some of crude oil that spilled from the pipeline into the waters off Southern California has been breaking up naturally in ocean currents. A Coast Guard officially said Wednesday as authorities sought to determine the scope of the damage. Coast Guard Petty Officer Steve Stromer, I don't know, mispronouncing it, I'm sure, said some of the oil has been pushed to the south by currents. Storms earlier in the week may also have helped disperse the oil, which he said could make it more challenging to skim and as it spreads out. Most of the oil is separating and starting to float further south, he said, while accompanying reporters brought a boat to the scene of the spill. The biggest problem is uncertainty, the amount that leaked into the water. So they don't know. We are at this point unsure of the total amount that leaked out. The pipeline operator Amplify Energy Corp has publicly pegged the maximum amount of the spill at 126,000 gallons of heavy crude. But the
Wow.
company told federal investigators with the pipeline and hazardous materials safety administration that initial measurements put the total only around 29,400 gallons. So, they don't know.
Still a lot.
It's still a shitload. So yeah, it sucks, dude. All the fucking
Oil spilled
a
out.
seagull rest at Newport Beach during the cleanup on Wednesday. Oh, the poor little seagull.
Oh no. I want to use Dawn on that.
Yeah, it's horrible. So anchored cargo ships continually move because of the shifting winds and tides. And an improperly set anchor weighing 10 tons, which is 9 metric tons or more, can drag whatever the anchor gets fouled on, said Stephen Brown, a professor of marine transportation at California State University Maritime Academy. So that's what they're saying that might have hit the pipeline, um, which is insane. I hope it's just, I hope they can just clean it up.
Clean it up.
But it's
Yeah.
not, it's like freaking, imagine how difficult that would be. So I have another story and it's on
About
NPR
the
as
boy.
well. Oh boy.
There was a shooting. I don't know if it was in San
In
Antonio. Where was it?
Dallas. I
Dallas?
think it was no, was it San Antonio?
I don't know. It was somewhere here in Texas, I think. And
Yeah,
the boy, I guess, was fighting with somebody in school and pulled out
I
a
heard
gun.
that.
And
Injured. I don't think he killed anybody, but
mm,
injured
I think he
people.
killed two kids, no?
No, did he?
Or were they? I don't. I think
Hold on,
two
let
and like
me.
five others were injured or something. I'm not
Hold
sure,
on.
to be honest. Let me look it up again.
Texas high school shooting, boy 15 fighting for his life after being shot 4 times. No, is that the one?
I don't know. The boy was 17 years old, I think.
It says a student arrested in a school shooting is released. His family says he was bullied. This is October 8th. What's today? The 9th. Okay, so Arlington, Texas, an 18-year-old
Oh.
student accused in a shooting at Texas high school was released from jail Thursday after posting bond. Police accused Timothy George Simpkins of opening fire in a classroom Wednesday at
Mm-hmm.
Timberview High School in Arlington. Two people were shot and two others suffered unspecified injuries. He was jailed on three accounts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Police have said the shooting happened after a fight, but Simpkins' family said he had been bullied and robbed twice at school. The decision he made taking the gun were not justifying that, said family spokeswoman Carol Harrison Lafayette, who spoke to reporters outside the Simpkins home Wednesday night while standing with other relatives. That was not right, but he was trying to protect himself. Police said a 15-year-old student who was shot remained in critical condition, while a 25-year-old teacher who was shot was in good condition Thursday.
Oh,
So that's the update right now that we have going on.
that's
But
intense.
yeah, thankfully nobody has. I mean, one of them is in critical condition.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
hoping that he pulls through. But I don't know. What do you think about that? What are your
I don't
thoughts?
know. Honestly, like bullying, yeah, it's a big no-no. But honestly, like bullying's been going around forever. Like
Yeah,
it's something that goes there's always a fucking bully in the school. Like my brother was bullied, you know what I mean? And like
I was bullied.
yeah, I used to be bullied in elementary too.
Oh
Like
yeah,
and
I
like
was
it's not
bullied.
enough for me to say, "Hey, I want to take a gun and kill all of you." Like no.
But
Like
it's
it's not okay
so
what
I
they're
know
doing.
I get it,
I
but
get it's not okay for you to fucking bully people. It's not like you fuck people up like that. You know
yeah.
what I mean? But I don't think it gives you the right to go shooting people either. Like
Oh,
what
what?
happened with just, let's box it out and that's it.
Yeah. But I
Like
mean, the thing is that
you're ruining
I mean, I'm
people's
not gonna
like you're ruining your
justify.
life and you're ruining other people's lives. Like why are
Yeah.
you gonna go to jail, for these people? Like no. Like there's other ways I think, but I don't know. What do you think?
No, I think. I mean, I don't know. Well, these little kids are 15. Do you remember being 15 and being bullied?
Yeah,
So it's like
it sucks. Yeah, it
it
does.
sucks, and I get his mentality, like
Yeah, well,
wanting to
you
protect
hate
himself. Like I guess he felt secure with that, but at the same time, like it's just having access to weapons to me is like, where the fuck did he get that gun from? Like, why does he have
Mhm.
access to a fucking gun? First of all,
Exactly. Like, what do you think's
and
gonna
this
happen? They're
that's my
kids.
fucking thing. Like, people can be like, oh yeah, I have guns at home and they're protected and this and that, but they're not. Like, honestly, kids are not stupid. You can hide stuff from them, but they're gonna find
They
it
know
because
where it is.
they
Yeah.
know. So that's the thing, that it comes down to like guns to me. It's like, I know there are people are like, you have the right to own a gun and blah blah blah, which is
And you
fine
do,
to
but
me. But it's like if you have children at home, then
then
honestly,
don't even do it. Like, look at what just happened. Yeah, like
I
your
don't
kid's
think
gonna be
like,
in jail for a long time for shooting someone because you were the parent.
and
You were
maybe they
supposed
didn't.
to.
Yeah, maybe they didn't get it from their home too. You don't
Well,
know, but
that's
and
true.
it's so like, how the fuck do they get access to a fucking gun?
I don't
It's just
know,
like
dude.
insane.
It's
Like that's
crazy.
my question. Like, how the fuck? Where did you get this gun from? Um, but yeah, I understand his like desperation. Like just wanting to feel secure and like, oh, if I pull out this gun, they're not gonna do anything. They're gonna be scared of me. I get that. I get it, but it's not the answer because once you put a gun, there's nothing that's gonna come out good.
Nothing good's gonna come out of it. And now
Because yeah, you can
look
pull
where
out the
you're
gun
at.
and not use it, and you can get shot and die because
Exactly.
that's what's been going on. Like you don't
Mhm.
even have a gun. You don't even have to have a gun. You can have something resembling a gun or not even, and still get shot.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know. I just feel like people should just, and I don't have children, but I feel like people should just learn how to raise their kids and correctly, like
And
fucking,
I think
and know, like,
that's what it comes down to because first
like
of all, like if you as a parent and your kids bullying someone,
you
like
should be
that's not
aware of
good.
that
Like
shit.
you should be aware of that shit. You should be able to stop it as a parent. Like no, it's not okay for you to bully people and it always comes back to the parents. Like
Mhm.
do something about it,
And
you know
it's
what I
true
mean?
because you know what? Like nobody has you having so many fucking kids that you can't keep track of them.
Exactly.
Like if you're gonna have kids, you're gonna have to keep track of them and know what the fuck they're into, what they're getting into, what they're doing, and if they're the bull, like you're
And I'm
supposed to.
sure, dude, they've already had calls from the principal that their kids bullying other kids.
Yeah,
Like you should put a stop to it, dude. Because honestly, like when I was getting picked, I never said anything. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
like, I mean, it didn't get to the point where I was getting hurt.
yeah.
But yeah, I was they would call me names and everything. But I mean, it goes back again to their parents. Like,
Well, yeah, it's just like and the teachers are out there looking and hear, like those are the people that are looking and hearing, and they know
and
what's
they're the
going
ones that
on,
also should
and they're
say
the ones that
something.
should fucking be like, hey, I'm gonna call your parents, and this is not gonna be happening. Like I'm not gonna have this going
Mm-hmm.
on. I don't give a fuck if you're not my student. Like
Exactly.
it's just they should be able to put a stop to it, and people should be able to. They should know how to raise their children to respect everybody.
Mm-hmm. No matter
And
what.
not no matter how they look, how they sound, it's like you should be able to respect. You should know how to respect everybody, and that's the thing. That comes down to how you teach your children. And if they see that you're a bully yourselves, and they're just gonna mimic what you
Your
do,
actions, yeah.
your actions. So if you're talking shit and always making fun of people, they're gonna end up
Like, don't
doing
expect
that.
your kid to not pick up on that. Like, they
Exactly.
are gonna
So
pick up on it. Just like when I see little kids, and yeah, a lot of parents think it's cute, like little boys cussing or whatever. And yeah, it's cute
it's
maybe to them in
funny.
the beginning, but
Yeah.
that shit's gonna turn into something else later.
Or
So,
like when they start being little smartasses and you're like, no, no, like you don't fucking talk to me like that. You
yeah.
don't, yeah, it's cute and funny. And you're like, sometimes you do want to laugh because how the fuck,
Like, how do they
where
come
does
up
he
with this
come?
shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but then little kids are like fucking sponges. They're just listening to what's going
Yeah. And they
on.
absorb everything.
So
Yeah.
if they hear you say stuff, they're gonna fucking, and the way you come back, like being a smartass to people, they're gonna pick up that and they're gonna be
On
a
that
smartass to
attitude. Yeah.
but it's still like you're supposed to be like, okay, I need to watch what I say, I need to watch how I act around kids because I don't want them to pick up on that shit and then fucking turn it around and fucking start being a smartass with
To me.
me and teachers and adults, and then
And then it gets out of
like
hand
it
after a
gets out of
while.
hand, and then you can't fucking control them anymore because they don't think that you have a right to tell them anything because you fucking
Because
scream
you,
at them and, oh, I'm gonna call the cops, and it's like no,
yeah,
like,
and yeah, dude, like I get it. Like it's fucking,
and
it has a
especially
lot to do.
teenagers. Oh my god, I remember when my brothers were teenagers and I would like take care of them and they wouldn't listen and they would frustrate the fuck out of me and I would just yell at them and like you just and te sacan de you're like fuck,
That tus
and they were just
casillas.
like they don't fucking answer, they answer back and they start talking shit and and you're just like fuck, how do moms, how do parents fucking deal with this shit? Why am I dealing with this?
Yeah.
But
I'm like, yeah.
it had to happen, like
I know, dude. It's
um
just crazy though, but I don't know, dude. I feel bad for both the families. I mean, I guess like, one of them was getting bullied and yeah, like, but it shouldn't have, I don't think shooting should have been.
No, but obviously not. Violence is never the answer, but then it sucks but when they don't do anything and they do something to themselves.
Oh yeah,
That's
dude.
even
And
That's
that's where it comes back
horrible.
to the schools though, like you said right now, like, and it's true, dude. Like if you're at a school, you know who's getting bullied and who's not. Like,
You're the okay, yeah, because you're the one that spends the most time with these kids, honestly. Like the parents are not spending as much time with them because from 8 to 4:30 or whatever, you're watching these kids, you're around these kids, you end
and
up
you obviously hear
learning.
rumors everywhere
You end
too,
up
like,
learning everybody's like behavior, and you know when someone's feeling down because you start noticing, especially teachers, like start noticing everybody's character, everybody's
changes
personality.
and everything.
And if you start noticing things like that, that's when you're supposed to
Step
be the
in and
teacher and yeah, and ask, and because I'm telling you, they're the ones that spend the most of the time looking at these kids and taking care of them, right? Parents, it's just they have other shit in their mind, and it
well,
sucks
yeah, but
because
I mean, they should also be.
depression. Yeah, but depression looks so different.
Well, yeah,
It
it
doesn't
does.
look. It doesn't look. Sometimes you can be depressed and be happy,
Well, yeah,
smiling
because
and
that's the
acting
only thing you can
normal.
do is be like try
Yeah,
and act happy, but deep inside you're not.
and it sucks because you're like, how the fuck? Like, there's moms and parents who question themselves, like, how did I not know? I should have known. And they
And I
shouldn't
think,
blame themselves because
mm,
fucking Robin Williams was depressed and he was the funniest dude, like
and
you
no,
can
yeah,
never think that he was a depressed person, like you see all these comedians and like
and they look
people
all
who and
happy,
they
they
look
look
happy
normal,
and they just act normal and stuff, and
and
they're
then one day they're
depressed,
just like,
and you just hear they committed suicide or whatever, and you're like, what the
"What the
fuck,
fuck?
but
Like,
nobody
how did that
knows.
happen?"
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, it
So
is sad,
sad.
dude.
I'm sorry, I'm bringing everybody down.
I know. Ya me voy
you
ahí.
brought the fucking, you brought
Ay,
up
ya,
the
ya me voy
story,
yo,
Crystal.
dude. No, I didn't bring. Well, yeah, I was just bringing up the. Well, because I had been like noticing the stories, and I try to remember.
I saw a little story on Facebook, and so it says, been seeing this post lately a lot. This was not a wedding photographer. So, okay, hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at the wedding. Okay, listen to this. The hungry photographer, who was apparently the friend of the groom and a full time dog groomer, took to Reddit to share his sob story. I am not really a photographer. I am a dog groomer. He began narrating. As per his story, he was convinced to shoot at his friend's wedding, who was on a shoestring budget. He started around 11 a.m. and was due to finish at 7:30 p.m. However, around lunchtime, he noticed that he was not allotted a spot at the table. When he asked the groom for a brief break for 20 minutes to get something to eat and drink, the groom not only outrightly refused, instead he was insolent and cheeky. He tells me I need to either be a photographer or leave without pay. He wrote on Reddit. So I deleted the photos. With the he being hungry, being generally annoyed at the circumstances, I asked if you are sure, and he said yes. So I deleted all the photos I took in front of him and took off saying I am not a photographer anymore. The vexed photographer wrote on Reddit, if I was to be paid $250, honestly, at that point, I would have paid $250 just for a glass of cold water and somewhere to sit down for 5 minutes. He added. Lastly, he ended the post by asking netizens to make their own judgments about the situation. Netizens. I think it's netizens. I'm not even sure. Definitely not a mate. The post went viral on Reddit with netizens taking sides for and against the amateur photographer. The post uploaded with the caption AITA for deleting my friend's wedding photos in front of them. has garnered over 98% of votes. The post also amazed 20.5K likes and over 2K comments.
Oh
Most of the
wow.
viewers supporting the starving photographer. They wanted mates, rates, but didn't even save you food. The dogs are much better people than the friends, one wrote.
Damn.
Yeah, so
That is kind of fucked up though.
as satisfying as it is, they should just have left. And then when the friend asked about them later, should have said that they would sell them the pictures for double or triple the price. A third wrote. So that's the story. And I feel like it's like, what would you do? I mean, you don't. First of all, this is my point. You don't deny anybody water or food,
That's my
especially
thing
if
too.
you're your friend. A
Especially,
stranger, obviously, like a stranger, I would like anybody. You just
I
offer
would
them.
also give them food.
You
Yeah.
offer them food and water and sit down and whatever. You make them
Even if they're
comfortable.
doing a
Even if
job for you, like,
you're paying them 250, who the fuck's gonna charge you 250 for fucking photos for your wedding? They're expensive. And this guy's not even a photographer. He's doing you a favor because he's your friend, and you're still being a dick
and not
about
even give them a little 20-minute break. Like, that's
from
fucked up.
11 to 7 without being able to sit down, without having any water, being out in the hot sun, taking photos, dealing with people, and still like not even being able to sit down during their lunch and or their
Hmm.
that's fucked up, dude.
That is messed up.
Like I don't understand.
Yeah,
I mean,
I probably would have just been like, well, here then, and left. But I don't think I would have been petty enough to like delete them. I would have just been like, vámonos a la chi, ya me voy pues. Like,
yeah,
have someone else take a picture.
I don't think I would have continued,
Yeah.
but I don't think I would have deleted him either.
Yeah. Either way, huh?
It's somebody's memories. Like I know, like in the heat of the moment, like how he said, he was like already annoyed. He was already like, he was just like, "Fuck you," and this is the worst thing I could do for you right now. You don't want to. Like you're not thinking about me. I'm not gonna think about you. So it's like I'm not even here. So why the fuck do I even bother?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I get it.
It was
Like,
pretty fucked up. And it just shows how fucked up, like, people can
yeah,
be. Like, how the fuck, like,
especially
this is your
like
friend.
oh, you're the friend. You're doing them a favor. They should be fucking nice and like, hey, this fucker's doing me a favor. I should be
Well,
nice
yeah,
to
like he's saving you
him.
money by doing somebody else's job.
He's like,
You know
I'm
what
not
I
even a
mean? And you can't even offer
photographer.
him a little 20-minute break with a little bottle of water, maybe some crackers or anything.
Dude,
Or like, hey, you know
anything.
what, dude? Like,
There's a
we don't have
buffet.
enough
Fucking
food.
dude,
So
last
like
time
go
we
ahead and
went,
take a little break, go get something to eat or here, whatever.
last time
Whatever the thing is.
we had an event for my brokerage, right? They had a little like fiesta thing, whatever, right? And there was this fucking UPS guy or something in the elevator with me, right? I'm going up and everything. And then he's like, "Oh, how's your day?" Blah blah. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to go to a little fiesta thing that they're having." And then I'm like, "They're gonna have food. Do you want some?" He's like, "Oh hell yeah!" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he's like, we're walking, and then he goes in with me, and I'm like, go grab a fucking,
Yeah,
a
like a plate.
plate." And there he goes, like grabbing his plate and everything, and I'm like inviting
Oh,
people. I don't even.
you're like, come
And
on.
I'm like, he was working. I'm like, "Are you hungry?"
And
And
that's
then
how
he's
we are
all like,
too.
and I don't know. That's just how we are. Like, they're just strangers, and I'm just like, "Oh, I'm about to go eat. Are you hungry?" It's a
Like
fucking
you want some
buffet.
food.
Like, I know they were probably looking at him like, "What the fuck?" Who is he?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh no, he's with me."
He's fine.
I
He's fine,
mean, I
guys.
told him it's okay, but it
Yeah,
was
and that's how,
funny.
like, I remember when the Spectrum guy came to like put in our like stuff. I had ordered pizza like because my niece had came. And
Mhm.
like right away, dude, when he comes in, hey, you want some water? You want some pizza? Like we got food. What do you want? It's
Yes.
always like, I don't know. I'm always, because my
Well,
mom always taught me to do that.
when the Mormons would be.
Like, oh,
They
I
would
know.
come and they
Remember they
would
would
be
go to my house. I'd be like, you
walking.
guys want ice cream?
They'd be walking all day and the bikes or like, riding the bikes or like whatever. Eventually they got a fucking car where it's like, okay, they're a little bit more comfortable. But I know
But
they
in
would be
bikes,
walking all day and they just look like, like fucking
all
they just
red, dude, from the
yes.
sun.
And they would come and be like, come in and like offer them water and then they would even eat with us, because that's how
I
we were.
remember.
We're like, hey. And
Always, dude. I
yeah.
remember the other one that it was in the Argentinian one. I
Remember
know
Robert?
he switched from the other guy, un güerito, era un güerito,
Well,
but he would always check his
Patrick.
blood.
Patrick.
Patrick, yeah, he would always check his blood pressure because
Oh,
I'd always be, they would go visit us and they'd be like,
yeah.
hey, you want some ice cream? And then, oh, let me check my sugar level or whatever. And then
Aw.
I'd be like, ahí haciéndoles conos. It was pretty cool. I like those dudes. I
Uh,
wonder how they're doing.
I wonder how Robert's doing.
Is that
I
his
still
name, Robert?
remember his
Do you
name.
remember his last name? Have you looked him up?
No, I think I
Let's
have before, but
let me check it
I don't
out.
know. It was Robert.
No
Yeah,
way.
I was in love with him, you guys. I think we kind of liked each other. But at the
Uh,
time, I was already dating my ex. Remember
girl,
one time? Remember one time he got jealous?
when was it?
It was just one time we were there, and then ended up going, and he was gonna take me out with him, like, oh, I'm gonna go out or whatever. And you should have seen his face, Robert. He turned like he just looked like he was all happy, whatever, and then he looked all like serious.
Serious.
I was like, oh my god, he's jealous.
Dude, in the news,
He
I don't
was
know. Like, I think it's so
gorgeous.
hard for like men to already say no to sex, right? And so, like, these guys can't do anything before they get married. And I'm telling you, God, I don't know, dude. I was like, dang, this guy was probably really trying hard not to. You remember his tie?
Because he was older. Oh
I
no.
don't remember his tie.
And I would grab it like this. Like I
Dude, I was like,
was so
fuck.
bad. I know, and
Es que sí estaba guapito.
he was handsome and he was
Robert,
tall.
let me look. I wonder where he lives. I found a white
He
one.
was from Georgia. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Lana, Georgia, and the other one was from Arch. What was the other guy's name? And you think he will remember us? I'm sure he will, huh?
I'm sure he will, right? That's hilarious.
It is. So you guys know any of the guys they're talking about?
If you guys lived in El Paso and ever had a visit from Mormons, and one of them was Robert, and you have his contact information. I think he had given me his contact information.
I think he
That
did
was a
too.
long time ago. I don't remember.
I think he did too, for reals.
And I don't
That's
remember.
crazy, dude. We'll
We
find him.
had I had a little crush. I was like, yeah.
A
And I'd be
little
all
crush.
seductive, like grabbing his tie and talking to him. And I remember he would turn all
And he would get nervous,
red.
dude. And he would try his best
I
to be
was
all
freaking
calm.
16, dude. 17?
16, 17.
Being a fucking I was a fucking little flirt. I remember
Yeah.
one time, this guy was going, I think he was a maintenance guy, and he was handsome. He was going to go fix our, I don't know what, I think it was the washer or the dryer. I don't know what the fuck. But he was fixing something, right?
Yeah.
And I remember like being such a little flirt and sitting on top of the fucking washer and like talking to him and like, you
Oh
know?
my god.
And I'm like, oh my god, I cannot.
And
And
what
the
would he
guy
say to
was
you?
laughing and smiling and talking to me and, being all flirty too. And I'm like, I was fucking like 15, 16. And I'd be wearing my little fucking shorts and my little blouses and just be like
You're like,
sitting
hey.
and crossing my legs and talking to him and being all cute and I'm like, fuck, if I had a little, thank God I don't have children.
Dude, no.
Because oh my God, I'd be like, bájate de ahí, cabrón, ¿qué estás haciendo? Getting
Mira
my
el que traes
ass and then,
puesto.
cámbiate, cabrona, se te ve todo allá. Oh my God, I was
That's
bad,
crazy.
Crystal. There
I
was a
mean, who
point where I
cares?
just didn't give a fuck. I was just
We
like,
didn't give a fuck. We were young and we were
I was a
wild.
flirt and I had the little body and I was like, you
You're all
know?
like, yeah.
Like, it
It
was horrible, horrible. Horrible.
horrible. It
My
was.
goodies.
I remember those times. They were really fun.
It was fun. It was fun to be like a
But
teen. I wish I could go back.
me too.
I'd be like super into TikTok and shit. I'm doing the little dances. Do, do,
We
do.
could come out. We
Do,
could no.
do, 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 do,
Beep beep beep. That's crazy. I
do.
remember. I actually downloaded TikTok. I've been using it.
Have you? I don't think I have
Yeah.
you on it. Do I?
Huh? No, you
I send
don't.
everybody fucking videos like crazy, dude.
Let me see. Let me add you on here.
You need to. 'Cause I'm always sending videos.
You always what?
Oh, I was gonna tell you, talking about TikTok.
Okay.
I saw this thing. Have you ever heard of the True Mirror?
No.
Okay, there's a mirror.
Oh, that you could see yourself how people see you. It's like
Yes,
a little box or something, and it like has a bunch of mirrors, and you
it's like
see
two hundred
yourself.
dollars.
I saw
Two
it.
hundred dollars. I actually wanted to buy it,
$200.
but this mirror,
Can't you just make your own?
no, it's super hard.
It's just a bunch of mirrors, dude. Like
Try to
just
make
so
your
that
own. The thing is that
oh
with how he did it, I mean, this guy has been working on it for like 20 something years. I'm not about to like try to research this and try to
but
make
no,
my
well
own.
now it's not that you research it. You just I mean, I would think you would just look and see where the mirrors are placed, no?
The thing is that he like places the mirrors. There's two of them like that.
Yeah, there's two like this and
But
then
the
one like that.
line is like invisible. You can't there's no way of knowing like you know where they connect, but no se mira.
No se mira, yeah.
And I don't know how the fuck he does that. I don't know.
I wonder
It's
if we could
insane.
like but what I wonder what if we could what is it called? Try it out before? Like maybe? Like well, I want to see it and see if it's worth it.
I don't know if he does because on I was watching his page, right? He has a few people that have seen themselves, and he'll like show them on a normal mirror, and then he shows them on the true mirror, which on a normal mirror, you're like he's looking like it's insane because you can see it. They're looking at themselves, but they're like kind of like dead, like they have no light in their eyes. They're just kind of like, oh, like how you see yourself. You're just like, oh, okay, that's me.
Yeah.
And they're smiling, and you're like, huh, like.
Mm.
And then he's like, okay, now look at the trim mirror. And then they're looking at themselves. They're like, what the fuck? Because you're not like when you look at a mirror, you're looking at yourself the other way, like
Yeah.
opposite way or whatever, like. And when
And
you
this
look at
would
the
be like you're
true
literally
mirror,
staring at yourself.
like when your true mirror is like if
You're
yeah, like how people look at you.
mm-hmm.
So that's how you actually look. And so people trip out. They're like, what the fuck? That's how I look? Why do I look crooked? Or why do I look, And they're not used to seeing themselves like that. So your brain is like, what the fuck? Trying
It's
to
like, what the fuck are you doing?
trying to you know, like what's
Well, I
going
guess I would like to see
on.
myself how other people would see me. I would like to try it out.
I would love to like see like, oh my god, that's how I really look. And then some people are like, oh wow, like I look nice, or whatever. And some people are like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it because your brain's still trying to like comprehend,
Yeah.
because when like how we're doing it right now,
Hmm.
there's a TED talk about it, and the lady is saying like, imagine being able to see yourself how people see you. You know how some people like tell you like, "Oh, you're so pretty," and you don't believe it because you're like, "I see
Like,
myself every
no.
day." And no, I'm not. Or like you know how you look, but you don't know
Hmm.
how people look at you, how people see you.
Yeah.
And it would be cool
It
to
would be kind of
actually
cool.
like how some people they tell you like, "Oh, I wish you can see what I see. I wish you can see through my eyes what I see when I look at you." And in reality, you can for two
You
hundred
can now
dollars.
for
For two
200
hundred dollars, you can
for
do
just
that
two.
every day.
I don't know. Maybe we should look into it.
I thought it was such an awesome idea, like for a gift, like to give that to somebody and be like, obviously have it yourself, right? But like experience it. And some people really like it, and it takes some time to get used to it because they're not used to seeing how you actually look.
Hmm.
And so some people take some time to like actually absorb, like, oh, this is how I actually look. And it would be nice to give that to someone, like, hey,
And be like, here,
this
unless they're
is
like,
like nobody's gonna give you this. This is how you
exactly.
actually look, and you're gonna trip them out. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? This is what you look at when you look at me?
Imagine like, damn, look at that fine ass. Oh, that's me.
Like, ooh,
Ay.
oh shit.
Oh, oh,
Uh,
oh, look at this.
whoa. Why do I look like this?
Oh, you might look this.
Crybaby. Have you seen that movie
Oh, long time
with
ago.
this guy, right?
Yeah.
And he's like the first time, or like they see each other, and she's in the window, and he's like back here, like standing, and he's smirking. Like he looks at her, and then he like smiles to the side. Like, and then he's like, and you see it, and you're like, oh wow, like it's so angelic because that's what she's looking at. You know. But if
Yeah.
you would turn it around and it would be like you would flip it, like it would be the other side, like a
I get
mirror.
you. Yeah.
It looks awkward, and they did it right. They like switched it, and it just looks like it loses its like warmth. It's like you look at the scene and you're like, oh, he's so dreamy, and that little smirk, and it looks so fucking, like
Yeah.
warm, and you're like, oh, giddy and stuff, and he looks so fucking hot because it's Johnny Depp and shit. But then like they switch it in that little switch, like the opposite side, and it just looks like so like seco, like dry, like there's no emotion in it anymore. Like it loses its thing.
What? That's
And
weird.
that's what they're trying to describe. That's what a mirror, you lose your essence, like you. There's no life in your eyes. There's nothing. You're just looking at a reflection of you or whatever. But when you look at the true mirror, you see yourself as people see you when you're talking and you're
Yeah.
excited. So you see like the light and you're even smiling, and it kind of like it's you, like
Yeah.
this is who you are, and not like the perception of what you think that you
Look
see every
like.
day. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's why, and I was like, oh my god, that makes sense. When I edit the whole thing, I'll put it so you guys can tell, and it's insane because you can tell the difference. Like in one where he's smirking to the way she's seeing him, it looks so like, and then the other way looks
And
like
then the
he's
way
scared.
we're
Yeah, I thought it was super interesting, so I started sending all those things to everybody on TikTok, like the people that I have on TikTok.
add me.
I know I'm gonna add you,
Woo,
but
woo, woo.
yeah, that was my. I thought
That's
it was
cool.
super interesting, and I'm like, nah,
I
I
saw
want to
it too,
get
and I was
one.
kind of like, damn, like what I want to like, and yeah, of course you would want to. I would.
I would want to just to see what other people see.
Yeah,
Because
it's pretty
people
interesting.
people see you, and then they're like, and I've been told like, oh, and not to be cocky or anything like that, but oh, you look better in person than
Mm-hmm.
in pictures.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how the fuck do I look better in person than in pictures when the pictures I'm filtered?
Oh, hello. I took off all this right here.
I'm filtered, like go fucking like and how the
Yeah,
fuck do I look better in person? But you don't see it because you're so
because you're not
used,
really looking
yeah.
at yourself. Yeah.
So you don't know. You're like, okay, well, maybe
Right.
they just really like me.
Yeah,
Yo
and it's
creo les
weird.
caí
Yeah.
bien. Ay,
Pues mira cómo me veo.
yo creo les caí bien y por eso dicen eso. No.
No.
But it's
You're
crazy because
crazy.
you don't think that way. Like you're like, what? Because you're so used to thinking that you look a certain way, and you're like, huh?
I'm
It'd
like,
be
what?
awesome to
That
fucking.
would be. But imagine if it's a disappointment.
You're like, I'm going back to my fucking
I'm
regular
going back to
mirror.
my old mirror. I'm selling this shit for 50
I'm
bucks.
fine. I'm fine with the way I look, the way I
Yeah,
think I
with that
look.
mirror. Nah, but
Yeah,
I guess I would like to then. I'm gonna look it up and see what's up.
it's $200 though, and I was like, ugh, would I pay $200 just to see?
I probably would when
But
I
it's
get
like
another
a
job.
gift.
I when I get another job.
Going back to
Going back
yeah.
there.
um yeah, I think it's a gift that you just like nobody's gonna give you that. It's
That's
something that's
true.
like, oh, I'm gonna give you you. This is you. How people look at you.
Boom.
This is how you really look. And then you're gonna be looking at yourself tripping out like, what the fuck?
What is that? Who's
What?
that? Ay,
It's
hook me up.
insane. Hook me up, yo. Hey, hey,
Hey,
is she
what's up?
single?
Nice. What's up?
Is she single or what?
Dude, did you bring her for me? You put her in a box for me? Ay.
How'd
That'd
you
be
do
great.
that, huh?
I'm gonna keep her forever.
Can I keep her? Can I keep her? Hey, what do you feed her or what?
Do I have to give her water or what?
Time to be alive, start a podcast, become a DJ, try and fill the void inside. I'd be lying if I didn't say that sounds nice. Wake up, check your phone, but the batteries die.